lots of red numbers. And your son is preparing for university. How are you going to pay for that if you can't even pay your bills?
Not your concern, is it? What do you want? I didn't ask you to come here.
You're still my family.
Since when?
And you're raising my grandchildren all alone, now that your husband is gone, leaving you with nothing but that laughable flower shop of yours to make ends meet. I told you not to rely on that, and not to marry a man like him, but did you ever listen to me?
If not for Lorenzo, I wouldn't have Tiamo and Wilbica today. If there's one good thing that came out of that marriage, well, two actually, it's them. We'll find a way. We always do.
By sticking together as a family. Yeah, that's what you keep telling yourself. But you're not even honest to each other, or else you would have told Tiamo a long time ago that he doesn't have a single musical bone in his body, and why his father really left him and Wilbica.
Listen, you could say whatever terrible thing you want about Lorenzo, and I would probably agree, but he's still their father. They love him, despite everything. What do you think would happen if they knew the truth, that their father cared about them so little that he was willing to sacrifice them to the magic realm? I told him that if he ever comes near them again, I'll kill him myself, and I meant it. I have everything under control, even if it doesn't look that way. Your judgment is unnecessary.
But my financial help certainly isn't, especially when I look at that.
I don't want your money, father. Your help always comes with a price.
You make it sound like I'm offering you a deal with the devil.
What? No, I would never make that comparison, because one of you is a self-absorbed demon who enjoys torturing poor souls, the other is a misunderstood character from the Bible. And now go. As I said, everything's under control.
You're throwing me out. There's a thunderstorm raging outside.
What do you mean? You have all that money you keep bragging about, yet couldn't pay anyone to invent a suit that makes you thunderstorm-proof? Well, too bad for you. Bye.
Ah.
Hey there, you two. Why are you still up? It's bedtime.
How am I supposed to sleep with that terrible noise next door?
Yet you're still here, listening to it. No, Willie is just afraid of the thunderstorm and won't admit it.
I'm not afraid of anything.
See?
I don't know what you're hearing, but that's no thunderstorm out there. Just angels pooping.
What?
Wow! What a crack. That poor angel must have had hellish beans for dinner.
That was a good one too.
See? There's nothing to be afraid of, just some divine flatulences.
Not my daughter, you bitch!
What is it?
So long, Ginger Mum.
Wait for it.
Boom. That was badass, but not very believable. The other witch was way more powerful.
Nothing is more powerful than a mother defending her child. It's more unbelievable that you've somehow made it to 2020 without ever seeing this movie, or reading the book.
It's unbelievable that you never run out of air. Your brother, at least, has the excuse of being a vampire.
I'm not exactly the greatest fan of the author right now, but she does have a knack for big moments. Do you think our mum would react like this to someone threatening us?
She would do worse.
Worse than being immobilized and then blown to smithereens.
She'd think of something. Speaking of mum though.
Hello.
Hush.
I hope you're not having a vampire party in the living room, because I'm in no mood for any more bloodsucker bullshit today. No offense, Tiamo.
Yay, for once I'm not the one being offended.
What happened?
Remember Prudence Lacra, that nosy Bible thumper from the Easter service? I ran into her earlier today, and she warned me about some serial killer being on the loose in New Crest. He's killed 2 people in the course of this week, and their bodies apparently had their blood drained. Remind you of anything? Was it really such a great idea to expose our talented Daddy Dandruff from Strangerville?
His name is Ted Roswell, and I brought him here to give Olga time to deal with her own baggage instead of worrying about a newborn vampire in her hometown. But Charmaine should be taking care of him, and as long as we don't know for sure that it was really him who murdered those people, it's too early to judge.
I don't care about him murdering people as long as he doesn't do it in or around Windenburg. This is Mischief's domain. I can't have someone else running around and committing more serious crimes than me.
Good to see you still have your priorities in order. What have you been up to tonight?
Grande and I broke into Hermit's greenhouse and stole the recipe for their fungal infusion remedy.
Hermit's greenhouse? You traveled all the way to Brindleton Bay for a fertilizer.
Fungal infusion isn't just any fertilizer, it's the best one you can get around here, and my plants deserve nothing but the best. But you're right, the journey was quite strenuous, and I'm tired. Good night.
When your mum is being a complete weirdo.
All the better. Now we have all the time in the world to prepare everything for tomorrow. Come on.
Right, tomorrow is Mother's Day. But I'm afraid the older mistress isn't the only one in for a surprise once her children learn what she really needs that special fertilizer for.
What use is a disco that is open until 5 when you have to be home by midnight? Sucks to be a teenager.
Just 5 more months, Jaden, then you'll be an adult. I have to wait another year. Not that my parent would ever stop treating me like a child no matter how old I get. I had to pretend to go to bed early and sneak out to see you today.
Would you say it was worth it?
Not sure yet. You may have to put a little more effort into making it so.
What was that?
They say there's a killer going around. Are you sure you don't want to stay overnight?
And hide from your parent until dawn? Walking home in the middle of the night with a killer at my heels seems like the less dangerous option here.
Yeah, probably. But be careful, and text me when you get home.
Good evening, Mary Sue.
Shit. Don't scare me like that.
Don't do anything forbidden, then you won't be so easily scared. Sneaking out to meet a boy and fornicating with him in public like that. What would your parents say?
My non-binary parent says they expect a gift on both Mother's and Father's Day, and tomorrow is Mother's Day, so I had to get them something. That's why I sneaked out.
And we all know that the disco is the perfect place to buy chocolate and flowers, don't we?
What do you want? I already told you I can't recreate some futuristic looking suit based on the blurry photo of someone's wardrobe, no matter how good my grades in technology are. So threaten to tell my parent about me and Jaden all you want. I simply don't have what you're looking for.
Something in that suit causes tiny electromagnetic anomalies in its immediate vicinity. I need to know what's up with that.
Good for you. And I need to go home, because I'm taking those rumors about a serial killer in Windenburg very seriously. You should too.
Yes, everyone should take that seriously. I've seen a case just like this once before.
You can't be serious about this, Director. This outlaw has killed countless civilians and stolen their blood, slaughtered any military personnel we sent after it, or made them kill themselves somehow. But instead of calling in reinforcements, you call the maidens of Windenburg.
You just explained yourself that our common methods of handling a situation like this have not worked out. But that girl, from what I understand, is an expert on paranormal investigations, and these crimes are paranormal in nature. There's no denying that.
Remember what we talked about. When the sky begins to cry.
Someone is about to die, but it's not going to be me.
Good luck.
And she goes in all alone. I don't like it.
You don't have to like it, Agent Ravenhurst. Once you're the director of the SCIA, you can do whatever you want, but for now you follow my orders, and I order you to sit this one out.
Here we go. I can do this. My parents taught me everything I need to know. Go.
Welcome, my dear. Please come in.
Where are you?
You can't wait to meet me, and who can blame you? You've suffered a lot. Everyone has, but I'm here to change that. I am a harbinger of heaven, and I can take away all the pain in the world.
I'd like that.
Then please, come closer. Tell me, how are you feeling?
I've lost my father. He was killed by a lightning strike. And even though that happened 9 years ago, it still hurts so much.
I know, but rest assured that your father is in heaven, waiting for you, and he feels no pain anymore. He is so happy and proud of the kind young lady you've become. Come to me, allow me to heal your broken heart.
Pathetic. I would have expected more of a challenge.
What? What are you doing?
I was going to ask you the same thing. How did you do it? Make cops and soldiers slaughter each other, I mean. Via telekinesis or nidalite? Probably both, fitting for an alien witch. And that blood you stole from your victims, was it meant for some kind of satanic ritual?
You are a very, very broken soul. You need salvation more than anyone else.
Oh, I will have salvation. I've earned it, by ridding this world of abominations like you.
But I'm a harbinger of heaven.
And I am a harbinger of your doom.
You're 100% sure? Okay, let me know if anything changes.
What did Charmaine say?
She confirmed what we already knew. Ted isn't with her right now, but she's positive that he was when those people in Newcrest got sucked dry, so whoever is doing that, it's not him. It may not even be a vampire, they usually leave very distinct bite marks.
But who else could possibly need that much blood?
Maybe some hospital personnel on a desperate hunt for donors. Wouldn't be the first insane doctor we've encountered lately.
It's her.
What the hell? Hello.
Surprise.
What's going on here?
Happy Mother's Day.
What? How do you know?
About Mother's Day? Because it's a yearly event, always on the second Sunday in May.
Oh. Right.
What were you thinking?
I was just surprised, that's all. Thank you. But what is this thing?
Nothing special really. Just a doll we stole from a poor orphan girl at the Maidens of Windenburg boarding school.
You know, today is not just Mother's Day, but also the anniversary of the first time you ever referred to yourself as Mischief. Remember that time you scared the principal of my grammar school nearly to death for taking away my sack lunch?
And after that, she chewed you out for your inability to stand up to the principal yourself despite being 18 years old and taller than him. What was that all about?
Says the one who was still afraid of thunderstorms at that same age. Anyway, Mum, you came back home announcing that you're no longer Mrs. Mammini, but Mischief to anyone who messes with your family. So we could say your criminal career began on this day 10 years ago.
And what better gift to represent that than an object stolen by your own children?
Yes, you're finally following in my footsteps. I'm so proud. But, the next time you do something like this, please don't scatter petals all over the house.
Don't worry, we made the mess, we'll clean it up ourselves.
That's not it. It just reminds me of your father. He did the same thing on Valentine's Day before he left.
Oh.
Never mind. That doll, I'll find it a place of honor in our vault.
Fuck. I completely forgot about that. What a stupid idea.
She still hasn't told us why he left. Maybe if we knew that, we could be more considerate.
Yes, but it's her day, and we're not upsetting her today with questions like that. Now do what you promised her and clean up the petals.
I think I said you and I were going to clean him up together, not just me.
Fuck it, bitch can eat them.
Like hell I will. Do I look like your personal trash chute? I'm going to sleep now, and when I wake up, I expect the house to be clean again.
Damn. Hi Charmaine. I'm not sure where I am. I followed some guy home last night because I had lost my way, and now... Oh shit, the sun. I'm trapped.
Do you really have to go, Daddy? It's Mother's Day. You should stay with Mom.
But she's your mother, David Sylvester, not mine. And you know the police don't just shut down on weekends, much less when there's a serial killer painting the town red.
But I thought he's only killed 2 people so far. Don't you need at least 3 victims before you can officially call him a serial killer?
2 victims are already too many. If only I could figure out what those poor people had in common, that would make it easier to predict his next move and catch him, or her. Might very well be mischief again. Lock the door when I'm gone, and don't let anyone in. Understood?
Of course. Take care, Aaron.
I don't think I've ever seen Dan as obsessed with anything as he is with mischief right now. That can't be healthy.
Your dad is taking his job very seriously. We should all be proud of him.
Yes. Today we're proud of you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you, my darlings.
Happy Mother's Day.
Where did you get these expensive paintbrushes and colors? I bet you spent way too much money.
A great artist needs great equipment. And now that that's been taken care of, you should call Prudence Lacroix and tell her you're ready to rejoin Studio Donna.
Huh? What's that?
A present for you.
That's very kind of you, Serena, but my birthday is only next Sunday.
I know. This one is for Mother's Day. It may seem a little weird, but it's been over 10 years since you took me in, and you are the closest thing to a mother that I've had since my biological mother died. So, Beryl and I both thought it would be fitting. This is from her, too.
You shouldn't have. Thank you. You have no idea how much this means to me.
Feel free to take it. I'm off to work.
Hello, Evelyn.
The police and forensics are still clueless as to how exactly the victims died, as their bodies display no evidence of physical trauma, apart from the obvious blood loss which most likely occurred after they were already dead. Thankfully, the vampire of Windenburg, as this new serial killer has been nicknamed due to his very literal bloodlust, has not killed anyone else in days.
Whether he already qualifies as a serial killer or not, I really hope Dad catches him. I'm so sick of those dreams.
What dreams? You shouldn't watch the news if they give you nightmares.
Never mind. Forget it.
Jaden.
And so I decided I might as well become a full member of Studio Donna.
I'm glad to hear it. How about you come to our next meeting then?
Mom, the vampire of Windenburg is here.
What?
Evelyn?
Mom, we have to get out of here.
Oh my God.
What's going on? Is there a vampire at your house? Evelyn.
No, not again.
I'm sorry.
The door is locked. Where did you put the key, Mom?
Daisy, that's not a way out. Fuck. Mom, how strong is that door?
God will protect us.
Yep, right. I'd rather not rely on that.
So, are you enjoying your new fertilizer, Mum?
I haven't used it yet. Why are you so curious about that?
I don't know, I just think it's strange.
You have no idea how strange.
What was that?
Come and get me, you blood-sucking freak.
Prudence?
Should we go out?
That was close. Are you alright?
We're fine. I think. He didn't even touch us.
You should see a doctor nevertheless. You never know with occults, especially vampires. He might have done something to your mind without you even realizing it.
Prudence, how do you know so much about those so-called occults?
I've been hunting these things ever since they murdered my father. Witches, vampires, werewolves. Every single one of them is evil. When I learned about that serial killer going around, I remembered a similar case from 36 years ago, an alien posing as an angel to lead unwitting innocents to their deaths and then taking their blood. I managed to injure her, but she got away, and I'm afraid she's back now. That guy. He was way too careless, too erratic for a crime like that. He can't have been a vampire for long, perhaps he was just one of her henchmen.
It's not a woman.
What? Who?
The serial killer. Or maybe it is. I mean, I don't know who's taking the blood from the victims, but the thing that kills them in the first place. It's not human. It's a monster.
And you know that because?
Because I saw it.
I really wish whoever is killing those people wouldn't leave their bodies to be found by the police. They might as well bring them to me when they're done. Human meat is delicious even without the blood.
I wish I had your problems.
And I wish I was still in there, celebrating Mother's Day with my family. If you didn't summon me to talk about the murders, then why else am I here?
I sent Aya to Strangerville, twice, and both times she came back home without the item I wanted her to collect. It was right there, among the remains of the mother plant after they defeated it, but she didn't see it.
Well, she did bring something else.
Yes. That something will grow and ultimately give her what she needs, but we can't wait years for that to happen naturally. That's why I need your help again, bitch.
My help? What for?
You're not evil, just misunderstood. And if people ever bothered to get to know you, they would see that. But their time might still come. Happy Mother's Day, Mother.